Hey guys, it's Dylan from Team Hipster. Today we decided to do a time lapse. Now we're actually joined by Chanler, which you guys may know from the GTA series, and also his brother Conley. So guys, what's happening?
Nothing much. Nothing much.
What do you mean nothing much? We're going to do a time lapse today. That's what we're going to do. And without further ado, let's kick it off. Alright, let's get building. Go. So guys, what are we deciding to build first? What's the first thing we should build?
We're starting on the corners of the whole thing.
The corners of the whole thing. I mean, don't you think this is a bit big? It's a bit, you know, I think too big. What do you guys think?
We just went YOLO. We were just like, you know what? We're gonna build this big freaking building. And we're gonna do it, and we're gonna finish it. So we did it.
I mean, this building is massive. Like, the plot you set up, I mean, I've seen the little red marker you guys have set up. Don't you think it's going to be a bit too big? Is it going to, you know, I personally find when you build buildings this big, it tends to ruin them from time to time. Is this going to be one of them buildings? Is it going to be ruined? Let's, you know, what do you guys think?
No. No, it's not going to be ruined.
Like, it depends on how you build it. Like, if you pick a really big building and you just kind of give up on it, then it's really not that great. But like you take something and you stick with it, you're gonna get something nice.
I mean, I've always been too feared to build a whole Minecraft city because I personally find that's too big for me or anyone. Maybe something I might do in the future, but I mean, like this building, it just the whole feel of it sounds.
Well, nah, it's the whole structures area. It's a 71 by 41. So it's really not that big, but the structure will look gigantic from afar.
But I do not recommend this to be built in survival. This will take ages to build in survival.
I mean, you say 71 by 41, did you say that? That's on a 1-to-1 scale. That is humongous. Like, don't you,
It is.
That is
really
not,
big.
you say it's not that big, but I personally find that it's humongous. Like, it's maybe a bit too big. Of course, I can see you guys are building a kind of box shape with these corners. I mean, is that the initial? Do you have a particular shape in mind for this, or is it going to be another boring Minecraft box?
No, it's gonna. At the end result, it's gonna make it look like a giant bone, basically.
Oh yeah, like a bone. Oh man, you could have like a strip club, and then that would be the real boner.
Oh hey.
So guys, I mean, 71 by 41, I mean, that is a very, you know, specific amount of blocks. I mean, what gave you that number? Why that ratio? Why would it be that?
Well, go big or go home.
Go big or go home?
That's what I would say, just go big or go home.
Damn, you're right. I mean, a big bone, you know? I mean, I think we all thrive a big bone. If you've done the stairs now, I mean, what are you using for them stairs?
Basically slabs.
Yeah, I mean, to make it look more modern, like, I mean, wood would work, but I don't want, like, wood floor and then a wood.
I can see that. I mean, look.
I mean, it just wouldn't look right.
I mean, look, you got the slabs going on, the grey and the white. I mean, it's looking good. I mean, is this going to be like a modern build, or is it just going to be, you know, what are you going to use? Is it just going to be a big white bone, or what are we doing here?
It's gonna be like our HQ, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna make it our headquarters because it says, like, we're gonna, I don't know, it just seems nice just to build like a headquarters.
So initially, guys, you set up at 40 by 71, and you then went out to change it to 41 by 71. I mean, is that something that commonly happens if you miscount by one block? It kind of ruins the whole thing. Are you kind of glad that you've seen that earlier on?
Yeah, then like if you get like one block off, then like the evenness.
You have to go back and do everything again.
Yeah, so like if we did like a 70 by 40 and we finished the building and then realized that we were like one off, we'd have to move like one whole half of it like back one just to get the 41. So when you do this, make sure you count and triple check yourself because it will suck if you don't.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a kick in the ass sometimes, right? I know exactly. Yeah, it's oh god. I mean, countless times I've done buildings, and you know, it's not really sometimes to the end. You know, you're off by one block, and it's like half the building you have to tear down, and it's just a complete nightmare. This building here is going to be the centerpiece of this whole server. Is this the one that's going to stand out the most, or are you going to have similar kind of buildings? Is it going to be all the same, boring? Is it going to be a city build? Or, you know, what's your, you know, ambitions for this?
So, like, what I'm thinking is that like later on another day we can just like go beside here or something like that and build.
Go over here to
another
this mountain and build
tower.
like a giant tree.
Yeah, just like a giant treehouse with connecting. You know, just gonna open our minds up or use that app.
Yeah, guys, just to make you aware, we found an amazing app. It's called MCPro, I believe. Yeah, you can get it on the Apple Store. I'm not too sure about any other store, but the Apple Store, there's a link in the description to it. It is a fantastic app, and it's actually what made these guys inspired by this building. It's a fantastic app. I've actually got it myself. I told about these guys about this app. I've actually went out and purchased the premium version of it because I fell in love with this app. It's so creative. It gives you so many good ideas. And you can build these buildings. It layers it up layer by layer. So why don't you go and check it out? And you can download the free version. And yeah, you can see exactly where we got the idea for this one. And we kind of just changed it up a little bit, make it our own, slightly in our own way. As you can probably see with the finished version of this one will not be kind of decorated so nicely until obviously maybe later on. We may go behind the scenes or we may go off camera and kind of decorate it and obviously show you guys the end product maybe some other time. But I mean, yeah, look, it's looking good so far, guys. The walls are coming up very nicely. I mean, is it glass and corpse you're using there? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And this was like the only thing hard about this was like getting the counting right, because like every time I'd either do like they're 12 high, so like I would either do 13 or 11. Screw the whole thing up.
So guys, you're using normal glass there. Don't you know about the new Minecraft update? Recently got updated about a week ago. There's stained glass in there now. Why haven't you used it just yet? Or is that something you plan on using?
We're planning on using it, but like honestly, like the regular glass just looks good for this type of building. Like you wouldn't want a huge, like, massive building like this with like
with a purple glass stain.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good.
What about black? I mean, wouldn't like, black and white go together, or do you just think it, would it just be better with just the normal glass?
I mean, black is a nice color for glass. Honestly, I like it. I would use it for like a little house. Like if I was doing a let's play or something like that, let's play survival, I would use probably stained glass.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, like for office buildings and stuff like that. But this building here is a very unique building. And it looks, it's going to be, something fantastic when it's finished.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice at the end. Like the end result, just looking at the app, just makes it look amazing. And then when you build in person, it just looks even better.
Well, it just sounds amazing, guys. Well, I can't wait to see the end product. What do you have planned in the future for, a time lapse? What's your next project? Have you got anything in mind yet, or are you guys just, looking for the perfect thing?
We're not actually sure yet.
I was thinking we could.
We're thinking about doing another one, and we're not sure yet.
I mean, we could build skyscrapers. We could build like many of them, just enough to like have a city, just like around the headquarters.
I mean, this project here was very big. I mean, it doesn't look like that big, and it doesn't look like it's in that much detail, but it was a very big building. And initially, I believe it took 3.5 hours. I mean, would that be something commitment you'd put into another building? Would you be looking to put longer in, or?
Oh yeah. I mean, I had so much fun building this. I'd do this again any day.
Well, I'm glad you guys had fun, because I didn't do any of it. So yeah, that was quite fun for me. But yeah, I mean, the end result was fantastic, guys. Hats off to you. And what would, if you anything just off the top of your head, what would be the next thing you'd build besides a skyscraper?
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to like build like a floating island, just float like a mystical little island, just floating with like a waterfall hanging off. And a big jungle tree on top or something like that.
I think it's personally talking about floating things. I'd say a boat. I mean, a boat or a plane. That'd be pretty cool. I mean. Something that, once again, the app does, I believe, have a boat and a plane, and probably more than that.
Yeah, there's air.
Yeah.
Air and water.
So, I mean, look, I think that'd be a fantastic next project available, and, and why not, right?
Yeah, like...
Of course...
this is just gonna, like... Just gonna fill this place with buildings.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys gonna have some wacky server, just loads of buildings on it, or are you gonna have, I don't know, say... just what is it? Is there going to be a particular theme to this server, or is it just whatever you fancy building whenever?
Pretty much that. We're just gonna like look for, not videos. Look for like inspiration and then build off of that inspiration and do whatever, you know.
Sounds good to me. So guys, I noticed you started a pattern on the floor with you know, the wood, and then you decided to change that. Why would you do that? Was it just a bit more simpler, or did you just want to have kind of one type of wood?
It's
Yeah,
a bit more complicated.
He started to do it, or Chanler started to do it, and I was like, dude, that's gonna take us like 6 more hours just to do that. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna keep it simple, and we're gonna keep it all oak.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I think by that we had like 2.5 hours in, or something like that. 1.5, I don't know. But it was taking way too long.
Yeah. I mean, you
Like,
had 2 floors to do, really. So, I mean, doing that design would have took, yeah, a very long time. Maybe between the two of you, yeah, it could probably take about half an hour to an hour. I mean, you guys are just working pretty slow, and you guys were just having a good little chat at the same time. So it was good fun. I mean, it was quite relaxed. It wasn't so intense.
So this is the part like we were like, hey, well, just why not let's use stained glass? Because we like red, we like the color red. So we were like, let's just put stained glasses, or red stained glass on the side, because it looks nice.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've got the red with the TH, which stands for Team Hipster, on the sides there, on the front, sorry.
Yeah.
So on the sides, why not use red? Red and white goes very nicely together. I'm glad you didn't use black on the sides. I think that may have ruined it if you did use black, but red looks amazing.
Yeah, but we didn't want to like change the colors up way too much. We wanted to stay simple. We didn't want to make like a disco house or disco massive building. We just want to keep it simple.
I mean, there is some buildings out there that are nice and colorful, and I love a colorful building. Like, don't it? You know, any day with a colorful building. You know, you gotta love a colorful building. But I mean, this building here would look terrible if it was multicolored. I mean, I just couldn't see it. I just couldn't see it being more than one color, or sorry, more than 3 colors. So I do apologize. Actually, yeah, no, it's got more than 3, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it looks really good. Like, we saw this and we were like, we are going to build this, and we did it. It looks.
You built the walls, you built the floors. Only thing that remains is the roof. What are you making out of?
We were just gonna keep it simple, and just keep it like the walls were. I mean, it would look good, like to have like a different color block. But we were like, I think it looks good how it is. Keep the same color going. I mean, we don't want like multiple colors in this, but yeah, we just kept it the quartz color because I mean, it looks great like as a roof.
I suppose like time is more of the essence too. So I mean, obviously try and keep it short and sweet. So yeah, I mean, you're just kind of going basic here and maybe adding a design later on, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna follow the app, and like, I'm not gonna give any spoilers. You can look at it, but so we're gonna follow the design and put everything that was on the app on the building, and we're gonna show it in the next time-lapse video that we do.
Sounds good to me. We're done. That's it. Finished. Capished. Fantastic. Looks great to me. You know, looks fantastic. The only thing we have to do now is say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
See you in the next video.
Peace out, motherfuckers.